My name's Angelo, and welcome to We Want Picks. I'm going to give you my favorite PrizePicks entries for UFC 281. If you don't know what PrizePicks is, it's daily fantasy. You can completely customize your entry, pick whatever you want to pick, and then even customize your payout to the point where you can lose and still make money. Go to WeWantPicks.com/PrizePicks, sign up with promo code WWP, and they will instantly match your deposit up to $100. If you give them $50, they'll give you $50. If you give them $100, they'll give you $100. My background's a little different. I'm traveling for work. I'm at a fancy hotel doing this instead of drinking, but as soon as we're done, I will be drinking. Let's jump right in. A couple of lines that I like here. So I am filming this on Thursday instead of Friday, so the lines might look different for you. That's why it's important. If you are a premium member, you've seen the lines, you saw them early, and hopefully you got them before they moved. If you're not, consider becoming one at WeWantPicks.com. So, you know I normally don't like significant strikes, but I did like Dustin Poirier's line, but I got it at 43.5. It is now 49.5. The reality is, do I think that 6 more significant strikes are that big of a deal? No. It's a little tight. I don't think it changes much, so we'll still go ahead and grab it at 49.5. Frankly, I loved it at 43.5 when I gave it to the premium members earlier this week on Tuesday, the day that they dropped. If we go to fight minutes, a couple of these that I like as well, and you have to be picky and choosy with your entries here because I love Dustin Poirier over 7.5 fight minutes. I think this fight goes a little bit. I do not see an early stoppage here. So we're going to remove the strike line because at 49.5 it is no longer as appealing, but 7.5 minutes remains. I do like that. If we keep looking, I mean, Izzy saying basically a decision. Wei Lee, basically a decision. Chris Gutierrez, basically a decision. You know, if you like a stoppage in any of those, then hit the under. The rest of these are a little tricky, right? Dominic Reyes has been absolutely flatlined in his last 2 fights. Yeah, these are tricky. So we got the one that we liked. We're going to keep that. And then we got some takedown lines. A few of these that I like, and I'm looking at my notes here because I'm not filming in a normal situation. Claudio Puelles, 1.5. I like the less. Claudio Puelles has no takedowns. Have you guys ever seen him initiate an actual takedown and get it? No. He initiates a clinch, pulls guard. You know he wants to be on the ground. He'll do some weird scramble type stuff, but this dude is not shooting doubles and singles, and he's fighting Dan Hooker, who has very good takedown defense. So I do not see Claudio Puelles getting 2 takedowns. So the less on 1.5 for him. Where's Andre Petrosky? I liked his line as well. 1.5 on him. I like the more there. I do think he's going to work in some takedowns, and I think he'll get 2. He's fighting a very tough grappler. He could get a takedown, hang out, tight, boring. Next round, takedown, tight, boring, same thing. So I think he'll hit his 2 takedowns, no problem. And then finally, when I look at fantasy, I like to find the unders. I like to see what seems like a high score. Where do they think there's a favorite here that I don't think is going to win? And that is Renato Moicano, 76.5. I do like the under on him. I'm not going to put it in this entry. This is going to be the entry you see here. I already have an entry. I do like the under because I think he loses this fight. I don't think he's going to get the takedowns. Therefore, it's a striking match. And I think Brad Riddell is the far better striker than Renato Moicano, even though he's sneaky. So here's our entry right now. Dustin Poirier under 7.5 minutes. Claudio Puelles under 1.5 takedowns. Sorry, less. And then Andre Petrosky more than 1.5. I'll leave it at $20. You guys know I love the flex play. So this hits, I get 45. If I want to do power play, then $20 will win me 100 because I'll 5 times my money. But I like, this is slow and steady. We do this every week. We're up almost $1,000 on the year. We're not up. We've made almost $1,000 on the year. We hit more than we miss. We've made some very good money. Let's lock this in. And then, actually, we're up more than $1,000 on the year because last week was very good to us. We won 29 entries for $1,000, and I always do that. Here's the one we just did, and if you scroll down, you'll see that I got that 43.5 significant strike line on Dustin Poirier. It's not bad at 49.5 if you want to grab that. Guys, WeWantPicks.com/PrizePicks, promo code WWP. They'll instantly match your deposit. If you go to WeWantPicks.com, while you're there, become a premium member. It is only $10 a month, and we give you all of our bets, all of our picks, our fantasy plays the minute we do them. And this is a perfect example. Dustin Poirier, you get a 6 significant strike discount. That doesn't sound like a lot. We had 2 different fights last week where the significant strike line, that half a point mattered. That half a point was the difference between hitting or not hitting. WeWantPicks.com for everything you need. Promo code WWP for that instant deposit match.